Hey guys, welcome and/or welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually going to be putting my dividers into my travel, or my only planner now, because I did a planner setup. If you missed that, I did it on the second day of 12 days till Christmas, which is the day 11. I'm doing a countdown. So I will link that video in the description down below, how I set that up for my 26. I have these dividers available on Ko-Fi, I believe, and I will have them on Etsy. Someone actually told me that they do not purchase on Ko-Fi. They have problems with this. So I will make sure that this is available through my Etsy page. And so if you are interested in purchasing this, please make sure that you are checking out the description, because this will actually be available and I will do a flip through of them. I just decided to show 5 of them, 5 of my favorite ones, and we're going to be putting them together in a few seconds. So that, let's get my planner out. So if y'all are actually new here, thank y'all so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Make sure you like the video and comment down below. If y'all are my OGs, thank y'all so much for actually coming back. I don't say that often, and I realize that whenever I'm editing the video, but I appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed and who are actually coming back. Any purchases that are received in Ko-Fi and through my Etsy shops, most of that income is actually going towards debt. I have a goal to be debt free by the end of September of 2026, which is 9 months from now. So I'm trying to make sure that anything that I receive in my side hustles, the majority of it, if it's not already being allocated to taxes, it is going straight towards debt. I will be actually showing vlogs more so you can see the life that I'm living with a 7-person household. Actually, it is 6 persons. One daughter actually moved out, my middle baby. My oldest 2, they will be moving out soon. I don't know when they're going to be moving out, but definitely will be out before April, I believe. I gave them more time because of some certain situations that had happened, so they will be out, which is exciting. And then my parents. So my parents are they are thinking about having their own place, because I don't like visitors, and so I don't like people inside my home. I'm one of those people that if I come home, I want the house to be cleaned. I don't want like it to be active and looking like a party because I just got off of work and there's people coming in town or whatever. I just don't like that. So they are looking for their place, and we're moving to the other side of town. So if y'all have never been here in San Antonio, going from just northeast to the northwest is like an hour. So I want to go to the other side of town, which is cheaper because I'm in like a more expensive area. So I'm trying to go to the other side of town, and that's where I'm actually looking for houses. And I will actually be taking y'all on apartment tours, on house tours, if we go looking at land, if we go looking at RVs, if we go looking at new build homes, or whatever the situation is. I will actually be vlogging my entire journey. So if y'all are interested in that, make sure you like the video. Let me know in the description what y'all are looking forward to on my journey. I will make sure that I will definitely have more of that. I will be showing more video budgeting and more vlogs. So if y'all are interested, please make sure that you comment down below. Make sure you subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and like this video. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to go ahead and get this out of the way, put this in here. I was actually going to have just a couple of them in here, but then I was like, where am I going to put the others? And I don't want to like mess them up, or I don't know. In my mind, I feel like if it's not together, it's going to get messed up. And I have no idea why I think like that. Because I don't know. So let's go ahead and do a quick little flip through of it. And it's just, I don't even know why I got my planner out, because I got to move it out anyway. So it is just these. If I have that glare, okay. So it is just the dividers. They are not for physical purchase. They're only digital purchase. And I print only on one side. I laminate it. I printed them on 65-pound paper to make it more thick. I laminated with 5 mil so that they wouldn't get damaged. And I just like trimmed it along the edge and left like a little bit of a clear lip on it. Each one has the month, and then it has like a quote down here. So this one is January. It says, "New Year, same magic, a melanin queen stepping boldly into her power." Then we have February, which is "Love yourself louder. Your glow is unmatched. Your presence is unforgettable." Then we have March, "She blooms like spring, rooted resilience and crowned in melanin. Rain or shine, she rises, unstoppable, unshaken, unbothered." And that's April. That is not next. May every step you take remind you you are brilliant in motion. June, sun-kissed skin, powerful spirit, a melanin goddess, shining brighter than summer. Sun-kissed July actually has the same quote, and I did not notice. So I will be actually going back and updating that. Sun-kissed skin, powerful spirit, a melanin goddess, shining brighter than summer. That's July. And I will be changing that, so I have no idea what that's going to be changed to. September, I just love this one because she has a cardigan and like the backpack purse, and I was like, oh gosh, I just love it. And I thought that was like a flower in her hair, which was perfect because that's how my hair looks. And I'm like, oh gosh, it is so pretty. Like autumn leaves, she shifts, she grows, she evolves, always radiant. October, she wears her crown with grace, dark, divine, and magical. This is actually cards. I used this image because she was just so pretty. I had made this in October. I made this in September. That's why I was like, oh gosh. But I made a deck of cards that were for the Spooky Bish collab. And I was actually thinking about bringing the Spooky Bish collab again back in October because it was just so cute. So this is where I got the actual image from. So if you're interested in playing cards that actually help you choose the amount to play for like a sinking fund or a savings challenge or whatever, that will be on my Ko-Fi. It's linked in my description down below. She wears her crown with grace, dark, divine, and magical. This is August. Her strength is endless heat. Her beauty is everlasting fire. So now August, September, October, and then November. And that pie made me think like, I just need to buy it. It made me think of pumpkin pie, but it made me think of pot pie because of the hole in the middle. All right, so grateful, grounded, glowing, a melanin woman is abundance itself. For November. And then last but not least, I saw this and I thought it was like an error, but in my mind it also looks like cinnamon, like just like poofy. December, she closes the year with wisdom wrapped in grace, ready to conquer again. So these are the 12. And again, I will be fixing the July. So the July is actually going to be a mystery as to what that quote is going to be because currently I have no idea. I haven't made it yet. So there is that. And I'm sad that it was messed up because I did not even realize it. Found a paper clip. All right, so what we're going to be doing today in this video, we will be doing the goals for 2026. I got this paper out because I have this in every month. I am going to be back in doing my monthly goals every month. And so I'm going to have this as the main ones that are going to be in every goal until they're complete. That is going to be matching my 26 goals to make sure that I'm sticking to my 26 goals and not like forgetting about them or, you know, not going back. So this is just like basically my cheat sheet, if you want to say, so that it can, if I don't complete it or if it is a completed goal, I could be like, I don't know, in the month of January, I plan on putting $100 towards a $1,200 goal. Then I would have that in the thing. And so it will be like the first month is complete. So this, you know, 1 of 12 is complete. So 2 of 12 needs to be complete, something like that. So that's how I'm going to actually do this goal, this paper. Then I have my cheat sheet here that I want to go over with you. And this is just the random paper in the back. So let's put the dividers in so that we can get that out of the way. All right, so I think we'll be putting it here where the current month is. Oh, I have this one though. So, okay, this, I did not think this through. Okay, this is a divider. So what if I put this on? Okay. I had to put this paper clip on here because I'm really rough with my planner. Like I take it everywhere with me, and I like ripped a page or two or something. And I was like, oh, I had to reprint it. So I was like, let me just. And it's vellum, so if y'all know about vellum, it's like a little thin or whatever. So I was like, I need to be more gentle because, all right, I think this is perfect. So I was going to use this for 2026, but the December, because I saw this one, I no longer wanted to use the 2025 December that I had made, which, do I even have it close by? My 2025 had like this was a November. And don't get me wrong, she was gorgeous. I didn't want to use it anymore. Your roots run deep with the legacy of queens that stand tall and embrace your heritage. Like, you know, my age type woman instead of that one. The other one was like a younger one, and that's what came to mind when I first saw it. So I was like, is that the reason why I don't want it? I could have made it up. I could have been like, you know, I just got some new ones, so I want to use something new. I don't know, but you know. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use this one. So let's go ahead and have it in between. So we'll have the, oh, what happened? Find out I'm delusional. So we have this, and then we'll have the divider, and then we'll go into this. Okay, that makes me feel good. Y'all probably like, girl, you're doing too much. Probably, but This is me. It's not you. All right, so we're going. All right, so we're gonna go January here, and then we have the 2-page, which is this right here is my 2-page a month, but it's my outline of whenever I'm in December, and I come over here and I'll like sketch shit. Like I'll just like write things all this way, that way, and I'll like doodle, and that's what this is for. Cause y'all should see the calendar that I have that I do not show y'all. There's everything scratched out, whited out, like it's a lot. All right, so, and it's like not appealing at all. You're like, oh, how can you even like get that, like to get your mind to understand? I'm like, honestly, I don't even know at this point. I am barely making it. Okay, so, all right, so this one, and then we'll have February. So we do have our months, so we could just like rotate them out. Yeah. Okay, it came out. It's coming out so well. Okay. And then for my additional ones, we could just put it in the back. All right, so that works. So let's go ahead and get into our goals. All right, so I kind of would like to go over it first and then make a decision. I do have goals here. Let's go over it first, and then at the end of the portion, after we do our goals, then we'll see the fill-in where I'm doing my pin. Let's do that, because I feel like that would be a lot better for me. All right, so for the goals that I have for 26, I am going to kind of say that I had to think about it a little bit. I thought it was going to be something simple. I was thinking that I was going to have like a quick, like, you know, debt free, you know, go, you know, have like this, like the weight loss surgery and, you know, whatever. That's what I was thinking. I was going to have like, you know, 2-3 things that it wasn't going to do. But the thing about goals is that, especially with me, if I don't put down like a breakdown of what it is, it doesn't happen. So I kind of felt like I needed to have like a breakdown of some sort for it. So my goals this year, what my why is that I'm trying to be financially free, right? But the reason why I'm trying to be financially free is to help my kids' future be stress free. The life right now is so crazy that like I consider my family, well, some of my family, they're either the lower class or the middle class. Like we just have this curse that's from one family, you know, just one generation to the next, is that we just have this debt, this mindset that we are, you know, we don't have anything, you know. And so my cousin has the same mindset that would like for us to break the financial curse in our family, that we are lower class or middle class. We didn't have much growing up. We did have a lot. We had family, but our family wasn't right, because if we were more mentally prepared and we weren't stressed about small stuff, we probably would have made better choices. You know, not everybody's going to make good choices. We always have that one person in our family that they just, you know, can't. You know, I want my kids to at least be guided and have the opportunity to make the decision to, you know, continue to be stress free instead of going down the lower class, middle class, you know, generation thing that we have built. So that's my why, is going to be for my kids. Right now, mentally, daily, I'm going day by day trying to make sure that I am good. So it's taken a toll on me to try and stress myself out and do a lot of these things by September. It's only 9 months, but it's a lot. Okay, so some of these things are short-term goals and some of these things are long-term goals. So short-term goal is a career change. I no longer want to be at the 9 to 5 job that I'm currently at right now. I am over it. Like, I don't know if it's just the call center and like center thing, or if it's maybe I just need time to like take a break and be an entrepreneur for a little bit, or like what the situation is. I've been at this job for 8 years, and whenever I think about how long I've been there, it doesn't seem like a success story. And that bothers me. Like, why doesn't it seem like a success story? I've been there for 8 years. I can't get that time back. So now I'm like, okay, do I jump to another call center? Do I try to find another type of 9 to 5 job? Do I want a physical job? Do I want, to work from home, remote? What am I going to do in that aspect? One of the things that I told myself was that I was going to go back to school. And so that was, one of my main things was that I wanted to make sure that I went back to school. So I have associate's degree in psychology. I can't, I don't, my mental space, the way my mind is, I don't have the mindset to help someone mentally. I can't even help myself mentally. So I'm not in that field. I have associate's degree. I get it. I can probably go back to school and do something with that, or be a counselor or something of some sort, but that's not who I am. Whenever I was younger, it seemed like a great idea because one of the counselors talked me into it. So I was like, okay, because I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So yes, I have it, but I'm not interested in it at all. It is on my resume whenever I go different places, whatever, but the type of job that I have, it doesn't really benefit me to have that. So whenever I'm telling my kids, like, I'm not the parent that's like, you have to go to college after you graduate. No, you don't. You need to make sure you have money in your pocket, and you need to know how to invest that money, build that money, not have debt. You know what I'm saying? So like right now, I'm about to be I'm 40. I'm about to be 40. I have no idea how old I am, but I still have student loan debt. I don't want my kids to have student loan debt. I do not. Like, whenever I go to college, I told them, if you graduate, I'm paying that. I don't care if it is under your name or not. I'm paying it. I don't want you to have that debt. Why? For what? So I was looking up more of the on-demand type jobs, and everything popped up medical. I can't be no nurse. I don't like blood. I can't even do the side of blood. Like, I can't, okay? So I have a hysterectomy. I can't do the side of blood. Like, I cannot, okay? Which is not the reason why I got a hysterectomy, but still, I cannot do the side of blood. So things of that, like with clients and stuff like that, I don't want to do that. So I looked into medical billing and coding, which would be remote, which would be computer, which would be behind the scenes. I can actually get certificates on top of certificates. This one is a 10-month program. A lot of people are saying that they are taking the course or the exam without going to school. I don't know how it's going to benefit me to go to school, but I'm going to be doing the studying with the school and off YouTube, which you basically learn everything on YouTube anyway. But I would like to go to school and have the option to have both. I want to be able to take the tests and stuff like that on my own and do it through school. That is where my mind's at. So I'm going to be overly doing a lot. In 26, I will be back in school so that I can get away from this 9 to 5 thing that I've put myself into, right? The other thing is with the career change is I'm not going to be working the entire time that I will be in school. I cannot work at this job long enough to, like, I'm drained when it comes to getting off of my 9 to 5 job. Like, I am so tired that as soon as I get off work, I'm like, can I even go out and just Uber for like an hour or two just to make like $50? You know what I'm saying? Like, can I even figure out a way to manage, mentally, can I manage to go out there and go do it? Physically, I can go out there and do it or whatever. Sometimes I just force myself to do it. I put like YouTube on in my ear, and I'm like listening to YouTube channels, and I'm listening to like, some kind of music or something like that. And, it's very relaxing to do it for like an hour or two. But I would actually like to be out there driving even longer. So I was thinking that I would like to try a different aspect as to move from Uber to something else, right? So the other thing that I wanted to do is, if I'm going to be working, I need to increase my income. That's it. That's all. Like, I have goals that need money, and the money that I'm making right now, if I were to have enough money, I wouldn't have the problems that I have right now, right? So I need to increase my income. And so increasing my income, one of the things is going to be changing from only doing Uber, because I love doing Uber. Don't get me wrong, I really love doing Uber because I'm able to like socialize, and I can just like, I don't have to get out of my car. It's just like picking up, dropping off type thing. You get to see the city. just stuff like that. You get to find out events through the people that you're picking up and dropping off, because sometimes you're picking them up at their house, whatever, to drop them off at an event that you would have never even thought to do because that's not in your genre. You know what I'm saying? So I like to find out different things, and they just talk about it. Like, there was the Beatles, one of the guys from the Beatles that came here. He's like 80 something years old. I did not know that he had a video, a movie or something, like a documentary or something that came out. I wouldn't have known that. I think it was on like Netflix or Hulu or something that they had told me to go watch, and I went to go watch it, and I loved it. I actually cried, and I do not cry. So I was like, oh my God, it just not out. And then he had a concert here, and it was so many people that were being there that it sold out, that they had a problem with the people coming in. And I was like, what? He's still able, and he's the Beatles, whatever. And I don't know if he's like the last one standing, whatever, at the time. So I was kind of like intrigued to know what was going on. But knowing that you are able to actually find out information like that through other people because you pick them up and drop them off was really interesting to me. So I still want to be able to Uber sometimes. Granted, I will not be doing it as much, but just whenever I'm like, okay, I'm tired of doing, some XYZ, let me go ahead and just do Uber or whatever. I don't do Lyft too much, but I do like to do Uber, and I will do Lyft if Uber is like 100% dead. So I'm moving it over to medical courier. Moving it over to medical courier, I have to get certificates. I'm actually working on the certificates right now in December. Each one is like maybe in between $15 to $40 to get like the bloodborne pathogen and to HIPAA and stuff like that, whatever. So I am getting those and doing applications, and I'm just like nonstop doing applications, sending my resume, trying to get a contract or something, because you could do all this in your car. I do not want to do it in my car. I would like to get what are they called, a sprint van or something like that, when it's like people are like turning this van into a place that they could sleep. I want that, right? So I was thinking if I can get a van or do it in my car, start off in my car, get enough money to get a van, and just traveling from one place to another. So I have really been looking into RVs and how people are going into a RV and they're like sleeping in their cars and stuff, whatever. Some places here in Texas, it's like 5 hours to get there. And driving in traffic or whatever, you might need a nap before you actually just head to the next place. And that's what I was thinking about doing, is having something to where I can go to sleep in my car for like an hour or two, whatever, and then continue with like the route or whatever, because like from here to Dallas is like a good 5 hours. So, and I would like to go everywhere, like just do it on the weekends and just go as many places as I possibly can, making money while I'm on the road, and then I'll be able to come back. People doing medical courier are able to make like maybe $2,000 in just 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the weekends. They just drive their cars, drive a Sprinter van, and sleep in the car on the weekend, and they don't work Monday through Thursday, and they just work those 3 days. And sometimes they don't have to work, as much, because they made enough money to pay their expenses and to save money, whatever, and to be able to relax. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to go to school during the week and work on the weekends only if I have to. Right now, we are looking at all my bills. I manage $3,000 a month, and I have all my bills paid. So if I can make $2,000 or $2,000 in 1 week just doing the medical courier, or 1 weekend just doing medical courier, I'll probably be able to work 2 weekends, maybe 3 weekends, or maybe just work Saturday and Sunday and not on Fridays, and have 5 days off so I can do school and be with my kids and whatever. It makes me feel like I'm more free. I have more free time. And if I wanted to work more, I can. Whenever I go to school, I will be doing school online. So if I wanted to go just work Monday through Friday or something like that and leave my son with, his dad or with my mom, that's an opportunity. That's an option. I already talked to them. They're down with it. They understand that, I will be making money. It's not because I'll be out traveling or whatever. And I will be helping them with expenses with him, since they will be having him, and usually he's always with me. I will not be taking him with me. I thought about that too, but because only he's in school and I want him to be in sports. And so right now, while he's little, he's in elementary, he doesn't have like the sports and stuff. I want to be able to get my school down, be able to work on the weekends, and that's what I'm doing. So right now, with the career change, I want to get away from my 9 to 5, the computer setting for right now, and not work a 9 to 5, and then try to just, make more money while I'm at it. I do have to start it off, so I'm not going to quit my 9 to 5 while I'm starting off the medical career, because it might not go the way I want it to, but it's still something that's on my mind. So the next thing is my YouTube growth. With my YouTube growth, I would like to be at 5,000 by the end of the year. So end of the year of December. My goal for YouTube this year was 3,500. I am not at that amount. I don't know how to get up to that amount. I've been posting more on just what my plan is for YouTube, like when I'm going to be posting, what videos I can be coming up with, when I can actually post like ahead of time, when I can record ahead of time. I want to do it like in the month of December. I will be doing it for January type thing, so I know what to expect, what events are coming up in January, that I can make sure that I have my phone cleared out so I can record whenever I go vlog or whatever. I have like a whole, self-maintenance, self-care vibe that I want to do on the Sundays. And I want to make sure that I'm showing my budget, showing my debt, showing my planner. I also want to be able to show my sticker shop. So I want to show the stickers. I want to be able to show the envelopes that we'll be making in, one Etsy shop, the stickers in the other Etsy shop, the freebies that I have in the Ko-Fi. I want to show everything. I have a 100 binder that I want to be cash stuffing, that I want to be showing that also. Like I have a whole 100 binder that's coming in January that I'm in the process of making right now. So it's like a lot of stuff that I want to show and I want to play with and I want to be able to stuff, and I have goals that are going to be doing it, which is something else that I want to be telling you. So my growth right now is I want to get more views and I want to get more subscribers. Next thing is I want to be working towards my sticker shop. I want to have 500 sales by the end of December of 26. That would actually be amazing. Right now I had some sales with stickers, but not through the actual Etsy shop. People had made it through Instagram whenever I was first showing it. People bought like planner pages and stickers, and they bought some planner covers, and they had supported me with starting out. They had requested certain type of dashboards and stuff like that, bookmarks and everything. So a lot of people had purchased some from me. They did a review, and they, I have on my my Instagram, I have the reviews whenever they had purchased a sticker or whenever they had grabbed some stickers. So I do have some of that on Instagram. And so I did start before the Etsy shop was actually open, only because I was having a whole bunch of issues with Etsy also. It was so weird that I had so much problems, but that is one thing. So I want to change my job for 6 months. This is where my mindset is for this one. For my job right now, like I said, I do not want to be there. I want to leave as soon as possible, if possible. So where I'm kind of going with this is that this is the timeline as to where my mind is with this. As of today for December, this is where I think I'm going to go per month. I don't know if it's going to fall into place or what, but in January, April, and July, there are bonuses at my 9-to-5 job. That bonus money would help me pay off debt, right? I have 2 401ks, one through my job and then one I found through a bank that I was just investing in to see if I can actually keep up with it. And with the money that I have right now, I can't make the amount of deposit or the money that they were asking for me to put into that 401k. So that second one, that's my personal, that is not a price match, by the way. It's a certain percentage, and I can't think of the percentage right now, but there is a certain percentage that I was actually investing into them. I am not able to make that money to put it in there because I have money. All my money is trying to go towards that. When I asked them how much it would actually be for me to close it out, of course you get like a 10% penalty or whatever. That 401k, I forgot all about it, if I'm being honest. It was like one of those direct deposit type things, whatever. So whenever I went back into my 9-to-5 job to look at my direct deposit to cancel 2 cards that I have, I wanted to make sure there was no money going from my 9-to-5 to those 2 cards, right? So I was like, what is this third account that I have on here? I could not figure it out. Like, I was like, wait, where's my money going? $180 every 2 weeks? Where is this money going, right? And I looked at the history as how many deposits I've actually been in there. It's been like that for 3 years. So I was like, where's my money going? That's $200 a check, and that I didn't even notice was gone out of my check. I'm not budgeting it. And I know I set things up like this out of sight, out of mind type things, but wait a minute, out of sight, out of mind, you don't even know where your money's going. That's crazy, right? So I looked into the bank, whatever, and I went into all my notes, and I was like, oh yeah, I have another 401k, right? So I find this, and I call them and I'm telling them whatever, and my cash out would be a little bit over 20 something thousand, if I remember that correctly, almost 30,000 if I cash out right now, which I told them that I am going to cash it out and take the 10% cash out, whatever, because I'm not going to continue with them, right? And it's only because I know I'm going to go with somebody else. Whenever I become an entrepreneur, I'm going to just switch it over to somebody else. I'm not going to do this. But being with the 9 to 5 who actually does a price match, if I cash that one out, which I don't think, I would seriously doubt that I would do that one, because now that I know that I have this other one, if I do the cash out, it's another like 40 something thousand on top of this. So I will be able to pay off my debt, save the money that I need to save, make sure that I have money in my high yield savings account, and I'll be able to start off with the entrepreneur 401k to make sure that I have my, my 401k and my Roth IRA or whatever. Good. So I'll be able to make it and be able to invest and be able to continue and move over to the next bank that I actually want to go to. The only thing is with that one, it's another percentage, which is a little bit higher than the other one that I had actually done with right now. So, but it's not price match. You know how like whenever you're working 9 to 5, the company will pay the amount of money that you put in. So it doubles, so it's like, that's the only thing that I don't want to lose doing, is the price match. But I'd rather just put that money in there myself than have price match. If I'm being honest, like I'm at that point, okay? I don't want to be there. So some of the money that I will actually be taking from the 401k, I will actually be investing. And I'll be investing, opening stocks and CD. Did I even finish this job change? I don't think I finished it. Okay, let me go back. Whoops. So with the job change, I plan on doing I said I was going to be there for 6 months. I don't think I'm going to be there that long. I'm not going to say till July. I think I need to take that break. Like I said, I want to be able to start off with the medical courier. I want to be in school and have that free time to put my extra time into YouTube and my Etsy shops and stuff like that, because, those are other streams of income that will actually keep me afloat. Losing my 9 to 5, of course, that price match for my 401k, it is a big deal. But mentally, I don't care about that right now. I could just make that later. If I wanted to, I could, I'm good, So I have that. And then also, if I feel like if I can get everything before July, which I don't think July is a good time for me to not do it, I think I should leave in April. But I'd want to leave after that bonus, if, so I can have that extra money coming in, especially because I'm working towards it. Right now, in the month of December, they have overtime for like the rest of the month of December, which is going to bring money, a bonus check for the December 9th paycheck. And then I have the original bonus check December 23rd. So it will look like I'll have like four times the regular check than the 2 checks that I would originally have, right? So that's what I'm looking for in January. Because they offered this, it actually changed a lot of things of like my perspective. I don't have that much debt that I need to actually pay off anymore. Me working at it, a couple of things have dropped off. And so since I did the debt confession video, a lot of things have dropped off, but it's still on my credit. So it takes like 30 days, 45 days before you can actually notice anything. So it's still like, it's relatively fresh. So it's not changed, but there's a lot of stuff that's dropped off. I don't have that much debt to actually pay off anymore. So now I feel like I can just leave in April, because not only am I going to not be doing Uber, I'm going to be doing medical courier, I'm going to be increasing my income. I will be cashing out this 401k and having that money to pay off I will be debt free before the end of September of 26. So now I'm like, okay, do I need to be there in April? Can I leave sooner? I'm still going to stay. I'm still going to try to see if I can do work and school and switch over from Uber to medical courier and, figure out if that's actually going to be the thing that I want to do for myself. I want to use that money to make sure that I'm paying off like my bills while I'm here. The only thing is switching it over, which was the 6 months thing. I need to make sure I have a job, or whenever I do an application for like another apartment, or if I do an application for a house or something, that they don't be like, oh, you can't stay here because you don't have a job. So a lot of people are entrepreneurs or whatever, and they're purchasing their own home or whatever, but I don't know what the route is that they're doing it. And I know some people are entrepreneurs and they're moving from one apartment to another and they don't have a 9 to 5 job. So I need to look into how that benefits me, or if it's something that I can even do. Is it something that I have to have like a year's worth of 1099 and the income has to equal up to a certain thing? Because I can say I have multiple things, but with Etsy, I don't have a 1099 for that. I've been doing that underneath myself. So Uber is a 1099, but that isn't making me as much money as my 9 to 5, of course, because I'm working so much that I can't Uber the way I would like to. So I'm like, that's not gonna benefit me, So I'm like, how am I gonna get this to be what I need it to be? And even if I showed them my expenses like in my bank, like, is that gonna work? So I'm like, how is this gonna work out for me if it works out for me, right? So I had to look into that, make sure that, you know, if I do need to have a job or whatever for 6 months, that I will make sure that I have a job by March, another job by March if I were to quit sooner than that, or, you know, whatever the situation is. But that's where I'm going with that. For 6 months, I know that they said you had to be somewhere for 6 months or something like that. I don't know if that's like 100% true or not, but that's where I'm going with that. Anyway, and then also I will have enough expenses to pay the rent for a year, because I don't plan on getting anything that, if I'm going back into like another apartment, that rent is not going to be more than $1,000. I'm not going to be paying the 1,900 anymore. Like, it's just not going to happen. So if whenever I move in September, it will be moving somewhere that's a 2 bedroom, that is, or 1 bedroom for that matter. I don't care at this point, but it is not going to be more than $1,000. So again, that's whenever I'm saying I want to open some investments and some stocks and some CDs because of the 401k swap. I do need to get another life insurance, but I want to get a life insurance that's going to be attached to a trust, living trust. I want to look into that and make sure I have one for myself, not just a family one. And then my main goals right now is that I want to save $10,000 so that I can move. And I want to make sure that I have 1 month ahead for whenever I move to the new place. That first month is, you know, paid in full. Me not working, I'm pretty sure my money's going to be tight with not working a 9 to 5 job, you know, like the PTO coverage and, you know, all that, whatever. So I plan on having the money that I come in, having all that, whatever, saved in a high yield savings so that the money can pay me, and then also have multiple streams of income like I have right now. But like I said, increase it. If it's going to be working, it's going to be increasing, and me having the medical courier and my YouTube growth and my sticker shop and the regular SnC shop, and that, you know, helps a lot. So, and I'll definitely have some free time to make sure that that is working. So my debt, of course, my debt is about to be paid off. It's only 15,000. I started off at 100,000 in debt, over 100,000 in debt, and that was in May of 25, I believe. And so now in December, I'm at 15,000. So I'm able to knock this out. And I really have been living life like I am so broke. The money that has been coming in, going straight to debt. And when I say I am tired, I have been working crazy. I've been doing extra work. Like, I am so tired that whenever this debt is paid off, I'm probably going to have all this extra money and not even know what to do with it. I'm so serious. And then the thought of being able to have, like, be able to cash stuff and not have to take the money out of my home whenever I move, because there's nobody going to be in my house that is not invited. If you're invited, I'm pretty sure I trust you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I come home to like wondering, were they in my room? Like, I don't have to think that anymore. You know, like, it's just so amazing just to think that I'm gonna have that mental peace whenever I finally move out. That is such a goal. That's why I'm like, I am trying my hardest. And then the last two, I'm not gonna hold this paper anymore. The last two is I plan to have the cheapest budget vacation in April. I'll be going to Atlanta. I already have everything set up for the hair show. I haven't bought the tickets to the hair show, but I know I'll be going down there Thursday night. I plan on staying with my friend's sister for the week. I might have to get an Airbnb because, you know, sometimes being at somebody's house is like an overstay. You being at their house like that long is like, is draining, you know? So, and I know she's a very family oriented. She wants her brother there, but knowing him, knowing me, we'll probably get an Airbnb just to get out of her hair for a little bit and then go back before we, like, whenever we fly. Because whenever we go down there Thursday, we're actually not going to be in her house that long. So Thursday night, if I go down there without him, I'll probably get a hotel. Well, I plan on going down there Thursday. I want to do content with Salisa, and I want to spend like a whole day with her just doing nothing. Like, we don't even have to vlog or nothing, but I think she's actually going to go with me. So there is a cruise is coming that we're going to be going on in April, on a Monday. Hopefully she's able to go with me. I don't know yet, but it's on Monday. It's for 4 days. So we'll be leaving there. We'll be staying in Atlanta. Then we're going to Florida Monday morning, and then being on a cruise up until Friday. And then Friday, I think we're staying in Florida, and then in Florida for a day, and then we're coming back to his sister's, and then we're staying to his sister's till Sunday, and then Sunday or Saturday night, and then we're going to fly back. So we're thinking that that's what the plan is right now. So I want to make sure that I have, you know, that saved, but it's the cheapest because we don't have to worry about staying anywhere because we'll be out on the cruise. And then also we have the option of being at his sister's house. And so that is amazing within itself. Like, it just saves so much money. It just saves so much money. Then we don't have to worry about, that. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I have an emergency fund that's actually going right now. Which is really, I'm surprised that I actually continue doing it. It's every check I was sending over $25, and that was weekly. And I did not know that I was sending it like that. It was kind of like a surprise whenever I saw that there was a Volt account, not a regular savings, it was a Volt account. And you don't see it unless you actually click into it. And I don't think about it to click into it, right? So I had looked to see what it said in there, and it said there was like $25 a weekly deposit being put in there. And the best part is that it doesn't have like a maintenance fee. So I wasn't paying a fee to help for the bank to the bank for them to actually hold my money for me. So that was amazing whenever I saw that I had that in there. And so there was a couple times I actually put more in there, in which I guess that was like intentional or something. I have no idea, but there was more put in there than I thought. And so I have that already set. And now I plan on adding another 1,000 to 5,000 by the end of December. So financial goal wise, this is what I have my mind set to. I'm actually really excited about this goal setup. It seems more realistic than my previous ones. It's funny because whenever I pulled up my previous 25 goals, I was looking to see what I completed, and a lot of them it just wasn't completed. So these are all like basically one huge change that's about to happen in my life. And so because of that, I usually do collabs, and every month I was doing a SnC collab. I'm no longer going to be doing collabs. I cannot do collabs right now. I have a winter collab that was supposed to start November 15th, and I did not even get to it until December, which is crazy to me because I'm always on top of it. But I was so busy in November that I could not even make time to record. And then the December, I was able to actually record, and I feel like every time I try like get that 2 seconds to record or whatever, it was just like it's overwhelming because I'm also trying to do the 12 days till Christmas. I'm also working, and we're doing overtime right now. So I'm like, I have time, but most of the time I'm so tired that I feel like I'm delusional. And so I'm like thinking, you know what? And then on top of that, I found out I have a double ear infection that I've had for a few months. I like my head is not hurting anymore. It was like the back of my head. My jaw was locking. I was having drainage coming out of my ears. And I have a nurse at the 9 to 5 job that, so I was able to go check her out. And she was like, that's the one who told me, and she sent me the antibiotics and some pain meds, whatever. And now I feel like, I don't know if maybe I just was like with my eyes closed, but today I feel like my eyes are open. Like I'm actually alert and able to do stuff. I'm not in any pain. My head doesn't hurt. And it's so crazy how a headache and earaches could actually make you feel like you have a toothache. It was like the worst. And I didn't even know. I went to the dentist, and they were like, you don't have any cavities. And I was like, do I have an infection in my gums? Like, tell me what's going on with my ears. Like my mouth is hurting, So it turned out to be my ears. So I had the antibiotic and I had the pain meds, whatever. And I feel like it's so much better. And it's crazy because I work at a call center. And so whenever I have my headset, it felt like a burning sensation every time the customer would talk. And I'm working for 8 to 9 hours straight. I'm just saying, it was the worst. So I was over here torturing myself for no reason. I'm so stubborn. I don't want to go to the doctor every time. Like ever since I had that surgery and I'm healthy now, like I don't feel this extra pain. So whenever I do have a little bit of a pain, I just try to be like, oh, away, So I need to do better with that. So that's why another reason why I'll be doing more self-care, self-maintenance type vlogs, facial things, going out to do massages, my nails done, my feet done, like, getting dressed and actually leaving the house and not just being at home and working on Etsy shops and stuff like that. So I will be doing more healthcare, fitness vlogs, things of that nature, because I need to get back into it. I am more important. All right. With this being my financial goal structure, I want to do a breakdown as to what I want to do each month for the goals, right? With this paper, I will be using this as a cheat sheet. It will be going from each month whenever I go into my budget. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is how my budget pages are, which I always have them available in my Ko-Fi. So, and which I need to go put this one up. I think it's already up. I don't even know. It's already the middle of December. Jeez Louise. All right, so I have my bill tracker is the front page of the planner setup, or the little monthly budget that I have set up. And then I had to. And then you have note pages. Then you have your monthly goals, which is what I will be using this, and this one always changes. Then I have the 2-page calendar. I have my monthly budget and my weekly budget. I have the cash breakdown and a few pages of the weekly budgets in here. Oh, then I have the monthly closeout overview, the month end sinking funds, the subscription tracker, the expense summary, and then I have the note pages in the back, and I just have extras back here. So this theme changes every month, and I really love it because last month, November, I actually had sunflowers, and I just thought it was just so cute to have sunflowers. It was just amazing how it came out. All right, and then I lost my page. Okay. So I'm just gonna go. Yeah, because it might change, and I might need to like color it out and like do whatever once it's been completed. Okay, that would be amazing. Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would love for it to be completed. This is a goals page that is in my Etsy shop. It's a digital download. So if y'all are interested in this, if y'all thought this was cute, whatever, which it is adorable, this will be available for you digital, and I'll have it to where whenever you print it, it'll be back and front. So it'll be 2 pages of the exact same thing. All right, so we're doing a career change, and we're just going to put career change, right? The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to say school for medical billing and coding. So I'm going to say apply, and that's only because I want to be able to come back and mark this out. Even though this is my cheat sheet, I want to do it. Okay. So we're going to put instead of putting the increased income, I'm going to say start, because I'm not going to change. I'm not going to stop or Uber. I'm going to do more medical courier stuff. So I'm going to put medical courier, and I'm actually going to put 4 medical courier certificates, and me being this busy all the time, dedicated side hustle, or like a dedicated hustler. I'm gonna say your grind is really high or whatever. Now that we're older, red flags, we don't, okay? And then like anything that you like, nah, we ain't gonna do that, bro. Yeah. So I kind of thought that bringing that to like, some not like a whole video of that, but like being able to show y'all the outfit that I chose or something. Because whenever you were younger, whenever I was actually dating all the time and I was younger, the choice of clothes that I chose then, I'm not wearing now. Okay, I'm not even going front. We don't dress like that, boo. And it's not that I'm getting back into the dating game. It's just that like right now, if y'all saw what I'm wearing, it's a baggy t-shirt that fit me whenever I was a 3X girl, and then some 3X, who's this, Homer Simpson pajama pants. Okay, so when I say I'm looking like this is how I look almost every day. I don't match. All right, and then we have the YouTube growth, which is gonna definitely be something. So YouTube growth, well let's put YouTube here. Okay, I guess because I need to figure out how to grow my channel. I wouldn't even know how to do the goals, right? So I know that I get a lot more views whenever I do shorts, but they don't really like the shorts views, and the actual regular YouTube videos don't get the same type of like traffic, right? So I don't do too many reels. So I will say how many shorts in a month. Or maybe let's go by week. So maybe let's do 2 shorts a week. Okay. I think I could do that because that would be 8 shorts in a month, and that can be in between vlogs, like outfit a day, my cleaning in a mini vlog, or my traveling, or trying new foods, or cooking, or because since I'm a vlogger, it's like the sky's the limit. And then also showing maybe payments of like a debt payment or something, a payment plan, or a budget with me, or messing with my planner, new items like new stickers, or maybe my Ko-Fi memberships and stuff like that. And I'm also getting rid of my YouTube membership, by the way. That has also been canceled. All right, and then so that would be shorts, 2 a week. I think I can manage that. I would say my YouTube posts do weekly. I'm gonna do a weekly debt update, like of a reminder of where my goal is, why I'm doing this type thing. I'm gonna put reminder so that whenever I do my update, maybe I can do that. This is so fun. Okay. And then what else? So I will try to post videos. Let's put YT for YouTube. Post videos, and let's do 4 videos weekly. I think I could do that. That would be I think I can manage that because some of the videos I could pre-post them. So that would be, I don't know, but I just really got nervous or I feel like I'm very anxious right now. Okay. So that's for YouTube. Let's not overdo it because your girl. All right. And then, so we're going to go to the next one, which is our sticker shop. So who is our? It's just me. All right, so the sticker shop, and it's not even stickers, mainly it's a planner content. It's called Pages by Cassie J, 325, and that's in the description down below. So sticker shop, we are going to try and sell. Let's not do sales. We're gonna do. Let's do weekly marketing. Let's start off slow. And it's on Instagram, so we'll do reels, right? Because a lot of people see the reels more than they see the actual page. All right, and then. Yeah, let's just do the weekly marketing and then we'll come back to new sticker set monthly. New sticker page monthly, not a set. Let's just do one page monthly. All right, and then we have the change jobs for 6 months. Let's not put that on there. Open investments. Let's do investment course. Let's do investment videos on YouTube. Let's do like that we can watch. Let's put that watch. So we'll have like maybe a new video or maybe find someone new. I know Wall Street Trapper is a really great one, and Abi, I can't think of his name. They're really good investment videos, so I will try to follow. Watch some new people and stuff like that. And then actually, I might be able to actually show y'all who they are, maybe the reaction video or something like that, or tell you what I learned from them, what I tried out. I think that if I did a video where I actually tried out what they said and see if it take notes, see if it actually worked within a 30-day time frame, what happened, if I learned anything, if I gained anything, if something like that. Maybe I can actually do something like that. So investment learning, record 30 days of if it worked and steps I took. Let's see if that would actually be. Hopefully I understood those notes whenever I come back to it, because your girl is a professional chicken scratcher. Okay. All right. So get life insurance. My little cousin is in life insurance, so I will be going through her. Because I told her I would support her if I switch from one thing to another, and I will be doing so. I'm gonna put get life insurance through, and then I'm gonna put Lily because I'm not gonna put her real name. And then so save 10K because of the whole way I plan on actually doing it. Let's put save 10K growth tracker update, and that's going to be in a short. So maybe that, don't say, there we go. And then we're going to have a month ahead. So month ahead, let's say we're going to put maybe, let's say our month ahead expenses is the 3,000. And we have a 9-month period that we're going to work with, because at the end of September, we're going to do divided by 8. So it could be 8 months, so we can have it in September, so we don't have to pay too much in September. I kind of feel like if I am a few months ahead in my bills, whatever I make in those month time periods could go straight to the month ahead. So I would have to stuff $375 a month. So let's put $375 monthly, and then we're going to divide by 4 because not every month has 5 months or 5 weeks. So we're going to put $94 to month ahead. I have a set of women month ahead binder that I have, and I actually am making a pink set and a purple set and a blue set, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody had requested it, so I'm going to be making those. And I was thinking that would be perfect to show in my videos, and I have like a setup where I want to show, so this would actually help with what schedule I should actually be posting, and like in a short or in a video, or what am I going to post in each video whenever I show it. Having structure like that, if I have it set up like that, then it will remind me, okay, I need to make sure that I record my video on Monday, and Monday is my 100 binder. Save $200 in that binder, which that 200 would actually be going towards my, actually would that be, so if I did in 9, how many weeks do we have? how many Mondays do we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 3 in March. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. There's 3 in June. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 38, 37, 36. So 35. And there's 3 in August. So 35 Mondays. If I were to $10,000, right? And say I wanted to do that in a 52-week time period, I would have to save weekly. Yeah. Just looking at this number is already going to be crazy, huh? $192 weekly to save the 10,000 in 52 weeks. So that's not what we're doing. Okay, that's not what we're doing. Is we said 35, $285 weekly every Monday to make sure that we had the money by the end of August to be able to move out by the end of September. Now let's 10,000 divided by how much did we say was if we added the last, was it 4 or 5 weeks in September? 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 39. So we would be dividing by 39. That's still $256 a week every Monday to make sure that we had got it by the end of September. And I have budgeted $200. And I thought $200 was a lot. There might be times where I make more money and I'm able to do it. So let's just stick to 200 because raising it. And nay. All right, so Monday video, I have the 200 Monday to the 100 binder. And that's because I plan on putting as much as I could physically put in there. And that was me just doing Uber. I could make $100 Friday night, $100 Saturday morning, $100 Saturday night, and $100 Sunday night. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $400 in a weekend if I go out there and do it, if the weather allows me, right? If I have it, like today, I don't have a babysitter. So my mom left 4 o'clock this morning to Louisiana, and she will not be back until Sunday. I want to say 9 o'clock at night. So I don't have a babysitter Saturday and Sunday for my son. If I leave him with my daughter who is here, somehow she manages to just leave and doesn't tell me, and I'm not going to leave him here by himself. Or if I leave him with his dad has to work on the weekends overnight, and so I don't know what time he works, depending on if there's an event going on, and most times over the weekend there's an event, so I don't force him to choose between watching his son and going to work. I always make that money. He's off during the week, which is whenever he's at school, so it kind of like it doesn't really help out whatever for his income and his pockets, and I will never put somebody else in a bind so that I can make myself better. So because this is something that I want to do, I definitely don't do that. So with that, whenever I say I want to go do medical courier over the weekend, I could take my son. I know this is like, y'all like, boy, you plan on leaving him? What? Yeah, I do. But it's something that if I'm working and that's the only income that I have coming in, they were like, yeah, because I'm not going to be working my 9 to 5 whenever I'm doing this medical courier thing. But if it's something that I have to do and I have to take my son with me, we are already told him, hey, if I have to go work, you're going to have to ride with me. He already knows that I plan on having it to where it's set up where he has a data on his phone. He's going to be able to take his PlayStation. I'm going to give him a handheld PlayStation thing just so I can make sure that he is still able to be a kid, which he's a gamer. So he doesn't really care, and he loves to actually ride around and look at stuff, whatever. So that part he's not really worried about. But which over the weekends is perfect for us to be on the road, going here and there and trying out new things, whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. But I plan on leaving him here so that he can actually be, with family and whatever. So I plan on keeping my son with me everywhere we go. But because ain't nobody going to, how like you have kids and nobody else is going to treat your kids the way you do. Nobody's going to raise your kids the way you do. And I just don't want them problems, So there's that. So we're going to keep it to the $200 a Monday to my 100 binder. And then we're going to keep the $94 weekly to the month ahead binder. And those are going to be my main 2 things that I am going to be doing. Because of this, and this is the amount that I plan on spending or saving physically, I'm going to say is physically, because I plan on having actual cash whenever I'm doing this so I can stuff it. This is the reason why I won't be able to do a collab, because I would be able to save the small amounts, but I can't do, the $20 extra. I'm just not going to have it. And even if I do have it, I don't want that much money in my household and I already have this going on. So no word collapse. All right, and then where are we at? The save, the 10K. So the 10K is supposed to be with the 100 binder. And every time I think about it, I'm nervous. While I am doing this, I only have 15,000 left in debt. So I don't even actually, as of this second right now, I have not done update as to what the debt is now that I've actually done the debt confession video. So I don't even know how much it is, but I'm gonna leave it at 15,000. That's the amount that I plan on paying off with my debt. And with the actual debt payments, I'm gonna say what would be realistic. So I have the weekly post for debt reminders as to like my actual payments and how much money is like. Let's do this as a debt reminder, right? We're going to show the payment made. We're going to show amount, or no, let's put balance. Okay. We're going to do, and if y'all hear my chair, I'm so sorry. I keep rocking back and forth because I'm like leaning back, like, okay. I'm like, what am I going to do? This is like, doing this in your head and then putting notes down is one thing, but actually getting everything in order is a whole nother thing, y'all. Because your girl I'm really trying to get this together. We're going to show the payment that was made, the balance left. We'll always have start date, and then we're going to have the end date, and then the goal amount. The goal amount, I can't just leave that goal amount. So let's put goal amount for a year. No, let's put goal amount for the month or the quarter. Maybe the quarter would actually make it better. Okay. So it won't be like, oh God, I didn't pay this much for the month of January, but in February I was able to pay 2,000, something like that. I think that would be a great reminder. And then put it as IG post, because the post size for the IG in Canva fits in the YouTube better. All right, and then we already got scratches and stuff. Okay, so that would be for the reminder. Another thing for the debt payments, we're gonna automate weekly payments. Yeah, we're gonna automate some weekly payments, and we're gonna do pre-plan. We're gonna say pre-plan because I don't know how to. I don't know, pre-plan. And then what else could we do that to help with like debt payments? I know that if you automatically have it, whenever the day the income comes in, it automatically gets sent out. Let's put weekly, because I have weekly expenses that I might be 1 week I might be able to put $100, or another week I might only be able to put 20. So I'll do like weekly pre-plan. I don't know much about investments in stocks and CD right now, so I will have to look into that as for trying to bill plan and automate that too, because that would be a great thing to do. And then I think that would be it right now for let's do weekly budget for, I'm gonna put wallet, because I need to go back to cash instead of cashless, because your girl be swipe. And debt. Oh, we starting to all right. And then for the cheapest budget vacation, I need to do an April budget with me, and then that way I can do April payments. Or yeah, I'm gonna make it seem like it's a payment high yield savings account, so I can start saving towards the April thing. I know that with the cruise you have to pay that. I think there's like a date that you have to have that paid in full, so I'm pretty sure I'll have that. And then so that would be that. I think that's the only trip that I have right now that I want to like focus on. The other trips that I plan on doing is something with my son for his. I don't think it's gonna be a trip. I think I'm just gonna get like a pool somewhere that like a clean pool, or maybe get a couple of his friends, because he won't be going to this school anymore, and getting a couple of his friends and going to like our arcade so they can spend time together or whatever. I think I might be doing more of that with his friends and put money to the side for that. And he has a birthday party coming up too, so I think I'm gonna start doing that. And then for my emergency fund, let's do weekly deposits. If we did weekly deposit of like $10, okay, let's do $1,000 first. So if we did 1,000 weekly let's say for the year, it's 52 weeks. So divided by 52, how much is that? That's $19 a week. So $20 a week to an emergency, a high yield savings account, emergency fund. I think that I can manage $20, because I spend almost $20 in just coffee. Buying a coffee and a pastry at Starbucks, I was spending $20 in the morning, and then at lunch, if I wanted another coffee, I'd buy another coffee for like $7, $8. So that's what, a little bit over $20 a day that I was willingly doing, and now I'm actually making more coffee at home, and I'm thinking about buying an expensive coffee machine so that I can make lattes and all that at the house, versus it just makes more sense doing it, you know, because if I'm spending, like, say, I think it was like $16 plus another, I don't know, $7. Let's say that, I think I'm rounding down if I'm being honest. $23 a day, then that is times 6, because I would get it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sunday, I would try to lounge around the house. If I went and Ubered in the evening, I didn't get coffee. I kind of just got energy drinks. So let's just say that. Dang, 138 times 4. $552 in coffee and pastries. Y'all, no wonder I have so much money. This week was the first week that I actually did not go buy coffee or get a pastry or go out to eat. And I'm like, why do I have all this extra money? Girl, because you start going to Starbucks and you start going to Popeyes, okay? Dang, the peach cobbler factory, you stop going. Jeez Louise, $552 in a month is crazy. That's why I'm always feeling like I'm broke, because the money going right there. I could be debt free tomorrow. I'm still getting my coffee, so I don't feel like I'm like missing anything. But that's an eye opener, y'all. I'm not even kidding. That's literally how much I would actually spend. Sometimes I did not get a pastry, because sometimes I would actually go to like the gas station and I would see like cookies there, and it'd be like $2 instead of getting like a $5 pastry from Starbucks. It was still money being spent on, you know, that, whatever. So I would still get it, or I would give my son tacos, and I would buy myself a taco or a bowl, and it would be like a breakfast bowl, and it would be like $10 for a breakfast bowl in the morning, not even including a drink. Like, it was, I spend money, and I know it, I get it. And I like, that's why this week being the first week of me not spending money on extra stuff. I do spend money, don't get me wrong. I still went to lunch with the coworkers, and I had a dinner this past Friday after work, and I took my friend out to eat for her birthday. So I still spend money, but I am not doing that breakfast thing. It's literally in the morning on my way to, I feel like I have to get like an emotional support drink before I go to work, okay? I have to get something to eat because I got to get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? I got to get my mind right. So, God, $552 a month. All right. And then that was the emergency fund weekly. I think, I didn't even get the amount. Okay. Oh, $20. Forgot that fast, thinking about how much I'm spending on Starbucks. They're probably in business because of me at this point. I know and you know what's crazy? I know that there's other people that are like me. Can you imagine that? That's probably why we have a Starbucks. Like, I have a Starbucks. There's 4 Starbucks around me, and that's not even including the Target that has a Starbucks inside. So there's 5 on my street. There's 2 on this side, one at like almost across the street from me, and then there's one that's like, there's 2 on this side. That's crazy. Can you imagine if they're like that here in my area, how they are everywhere? Starbucks is making bank, bro, and they always got a line. Come on now. All right, so that is for the emergency fund. We're gonna stick to I'm gonna put 52 weeks, so I could put that, you know, maybe 4 weeks and put checkbox or something, or put the $80 a month or something, $100 in that month or whatever, it's there. Then we have, maybe I could do like a challenge, maybe a 52-week challenge that has $20 in there. That would be pretty cool to see that grow. Then we have the, I'll say 5K, but if we do that, that would be perfect. All right, look, we got this. Okay, so the only thing that I need to break down, and I think I'm gonna do this off camera because I feel like this video is already a long video I need to edit out. The only thing that I would have to do is the steps that I would need to take for my school. And I plan on doing that on this page right here. Yeah, this page right here. And I'm going to put steps to start medical mailing, billing, and coding. And then let's leave that for the second steps. And then I'm gonna put here is the medical courier certificates. And then I'll be able to have, I think there's 4. And then I'm gonna put amount here and course here. I think it's a course. I don't know if it's a course or if it's just a certificate title and then how much you have to pay that. That's what I'm gonna do right there. So let's put steps. I don't know if that's how many steps I need, but this is what I'm gonna actually do. I'm gonna try to break it down to make sure that every day I'm doing at least one thing and moving on to the next, so that eventually by January it will actually be completed. And then I also wanna do the same thing for YouTube. And I did do this. So in my current month, I did make a planner, which I'm actually trying to get a lot of these planner pages uploaded to my Etsy shop, as well as uploaded to AP so you can have this as an actual book. So okay, so this is just food that plates that I plan on making in the crock pot. The crock pot recipe. So I have Cajun chicken pasta, marry me chicken soup, chicken corn chowder, marry me chicken pasta, chicken soup, and then chicken pasta was the marry me one. Chicken enchiladas, and then beef lo mein. So this is what was crock pot, and I was actually really intrigued with this. And then those are my bills. In this planner, you're gonna have the goal tracker. It's going to have the action, the steps, the goal, the main goal here, the second, third, fourth, and fifth with the action steps underneath it. You're going to have your 2-page calendar, and it's blank. It's not dated. Everything that you have on here is just the stickers that I used either from a sticker book, or if I actually made the stickers, is what you see there. And then I have the 2-page to-do sheet. You have your 2-page calendar, you have your 2-page to-do list, and it has hearts, and I think it has 34 lines for the to-do list, and I actually just have these stickers, which are available in my shop as well. They are the shiny ones, and they are so cute how they come out. But it's 34 on those, so you have 2 of the 34 to-do lists. This is what I like, is the weekly. On here I have the Monday through Sunday. I have 2 things right here, which is my main things that I need to actually make sure I do. Okay, I have to do it, is what I put it right here. I have the medical. Let me see if I can actually get you closer. That I have the medical here, that is like doctor's appointments and things of that nature. I started this on Wednesday, that's why this is all like stickers and stuff up here. But I have the 3 cash icons for bills, or I have it for income that comes in. I like to track my income. And then I have a telephone icon for a phone call that you have to make. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 main things that I have to actually do here. The real thing that I wanted to show you is I have my habit tracker at the top. Now this planner idea I got from, I'll have to leave it on the screen. I can't remember where I saw this. It's a planner that was actually made. It was like a home planner or something to remind them to clean and to do different things or whatever. I can't remember, but I want to be able to post on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. I want to do a weekly check-in with my wallet and my budget. I want to post a thank you for a purchase on Etsy whenever I get orders. I want to be able to, try to post 5 out of the whatever I get that day or that week or whatever. I want to be thankful because I love the fact that y'all are supporting me. I want to also post thank yous for my Ko-Fi and my members and things of that nature. So I want to make sure that I post on Etsy and post thank yous on all of my social media platforms for my Etsy purchases and my Ko-Fi members. I want to make sure that I record my no spend days. I want to schedule posts for the Cassie J Instagram, and I want to create a TikTok. I also want to have 100 grams of protein intake. I want to Uber. If I do Uber, the minimum amount I want to do is $50. If I do Uber, I want to post the debt payment amount on YouTube and Instagram. I want to write down my expenses. I want to be better at that, which is going to also be with my weekly check-in. I want to walk 5,000 steps whenever I do go walking. Every day I'll try to get 5,000. I know everybody's like, the goal is to hit 10,000. Because I work behind a desk, I'm also a recorder and currently sitting down while doing it. I'm recording, and it's showing that I've been doing this one video for 1 hour and 35 minutes versus, which y'all see, hopefully it's not that long, but I'm not moving, and I had the weight loss surgery to remove a tumor, but I'm also more healthy now. I'm more flexible. I'm able to do a lot more things, and I would like to be more fit. So starting off with walking is what I want to do. And then I also want to take time to plan the following week. So that is my habit tracker, and I have like 4 lines right here for anything new that I want to do for that week, so I can actually do it. But I got the idea from another planner, and I can't think of who I saw it with, but I have the Monday through Sunday, and then I have 5 weeks in here so that I can stick to it and be better at it. So I do have a few weeks in here, and then the last page I have is a note page, just so that it can start all over with the goal page or the goal tracker on this side. So that is the next plan. Well, that is one of the planners that I'm going to be having as a digital as my digital in my Etsy shop, and then also have it as a physical in Amazon. So in case you actually want like a physical thing and you don't have a printer, you're able to go there and print it, and it would actually be sent to you from Amazon, not through me. Because I like the way they have it bounded, and you can actually like print the digital to put it in a disc bound like I have it, or if you want to just have it the way they make it with the bound, you can actually have that too. So I was thinking about having these as a 6-month option, and maybe that would actually help y'all out to get y'all started, because I was actually thinking 3 months, but 3 months is kind of small, so I figured 6 months would be perfect. But that is it. I'm about to actually end this video so that I can work more on this and get my mind, right, and do some research and figure out what the steps I actually need for the medical billing, and then find out what the certificates are for that. But if y'all like this video, make sure that you like the video. Make sure that you comment down below what your main goal is for 20. I'm kind of trying to figure out what my word would be. Every year, everybody has a word, and I'm trying to figure out a word that would fit me and all of these goals for my 26. I'm not 100% sure what my word could actually be, but I'm definitely looking into no. All right, so yeah, this is what I plan on actually doing. This is what I actually plan on doing as of right now. I need to go make sure that my son is fed, because he just woke up not too long ago, and I feel like if I can brainstorm and feed him at the same time, I think I'll be winning. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all stay blessed, stay beautiful, stay safe. Don't forget to turn your notification bell on. Don't forget, if you are a subscriber, that I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate each and every one of you for watching to the end of this video. If y'all are actually here, put a heart in the emoji. It doesn't matter what color, just any kind of heart. I appreciate you so much. Bye guys.